In this video, we're going to do the cat and mouse game on page 8 of our Coding for Beginners Using Scratch book. And item number 1 says we need a repeat until. So that is a control command. And these shouldn't be here. Let's drag those back so we're starting fresh. And we need a repeat until. Okay. And there's this little blank space here that has angles on the end, and it's not rounded like these other ones are. If it has angles on the end like that, it means that we can fit one of these sensing items in here. You see how some of these sensing items have angles on the end. So if it has angles on the end, it'll fit in there. If it doesn't, it will not fit in there. And what we want to do is we want to keep on going until he touches the mouse pointer. So we need to drag touching out there, and when that lights up, you can drop it. And then we have to say what it is we want to touch, and make sure you choose mouse pointer. Even if mouse pointer is already here, when you pull it out, it does not appear to work unless you click on the down arrow and actually select mouse pointer. So make sure that you do that. So we've got whatever is in here now is going to be repeated until this guy, this is who we're writing the instructions for, until the cat touches the mouse pointer. Okay, so what do we want him to do? He's going to try and catch the mouse pointer, and you are going to try to keep the mouse pointer away from him. So we need to have a little bit of motion here, and what we want to do is we want to have him point towards the mouse pointer, and actually I think this is the one where you got to make sure that you click on it and choose it for sure. And now let's just test it. I like to test each little piece as I put it in. So let's click on the green flag here, and he is not pointing towards the mouse pointer. Let's try that again. Let's stop it. And oh, you know why he's not doing that? Because I didn't put my control event out there. I'm sorry, my event out there that says when clicked. So now let's put when clicked out there, and now let's click. And now watch how he always points towards the mouse as I move the mouse around the screen. Okay, he's responding a little bit slowly, and I think that's mostly just because of my screen recording software is slowing everything down a little bit. But he should always point towards the mouse as you move it. Okay, let's stop that. Okay, now the only way he's going to catch the mouse is by moving towards it. So let's go back to our motion commands here, and let's have him move 10 steps in the direction of the mouse. And now let's go back and try to run it again. And you see he's always going to kind of follow me around, and like I said, he's a little bit slow because of my screen capture software, and now he seems to just have kind of frozen. Let me stop this. And let's try running it again, and okay. And he is not keeping up. That should not be a problem on your computer, though. He should follow you as you move around the screen. Okay. And we want to make him look like he's moving a little bit, and when you have a sprite move, that's called changing their costume, so they look a little different if they've moved. And so what we want to do is we want to have him go to his next costume. If we go look at this sprite here, I have to hold the shift key down. Actually it doesn't show here, but he has two different costumes. And so now if we try this, and I hope the computer can keep up with it, I see it kind of looks like he's walking, and now he seems to have frozen up again. But he has two costumes, so he will switch from back and forth between those two, and it'll make it look like his feet are moving. Okay, and now so this will keep on happening forever until the cat and the mouse pointer touch. And when that happens, what we want to do is we want to have him say something. And if you want to have him say something, that's under looks. I think the reason it's under looks is because it actually appears on the screen. So um, otherwise, it doesn't seem like that would make much sense. So we're going to have him say, got you. And we're going to try to run this, and hopefully, it'll keep up long enough so that it can say, got you, and it did. Okay, let's stop it, and then let's try starting it again. And, okay. He's not going to follow me around very well on my computer, but he should follow fine on yours. Now, if the cat hits the edge of the screen, we are on number 5 on page 8, and it says if he hits the edge of the screen, it flickers, and what we can do is we can make him bounce off, and that's going to be another motion command. And so what we want to say is, let's go back to our motion commands here, and there is an if on edge bounce command. You got to scroll down to get to it probably, and we want to put that in the loop so that every time he moves, if he happens to be on the edge, we will make him bounce. Okay, and number 7 says to make the game a little more fair, what we want to do is we want to start in the center of the screen. The cat always stays where he was the last time, and so what we're going to do is we're going to move him, so that's going to be a motion command, and we're going to move him to the center of the screen. So let's drag this over. We don't want this repeated because otherwise he'll just stay there all the time. So this happens once, and click on the 82 or whatever number you happen to have, and click on the Y number here and replace them both with 0. And now we are good to go. I'm going to try to run the program here, and he should go back to the beginning, and then he starts following me around, and whoops, he got me. Okay, and that's the end of the cat and mouse game. So now go ahead and try that on your own. You can follow the stuff on pages 8 and 9.